So we have a nice shiny new gun.
Brilliant.
Let's go ahead and equip that. Normally I prefer melee weapons, but the first one you get, it roundly sucks. Why, there it is now, a kitchen knife. How quaint.
Might be useful to a surgeon or
Also have a
something.
health drink. There's also this radio over here, but it's broken, and we can't hear anything on it.
Too bad. I would have liked some tunes.
Over here, we have another health drink, a flashlight, and a map of the residential area of Silent Hill.
How
Maps are
convenient.
always good to have. Pay no attention to the fluttering thing in the background.
Huh?
And here we have this notepad. The notepads are basically save points. Harry apparently writes down his notes of what's going on in the town, and that counts as saving your game.
For convenience, I'll keep track of how
So
many
with our
we
game
do.
saved, I think that's probably a good place for a refreshing pause. Okay, and we're back, and with that we can leave the cafe. There's nothing else for us to do here.
Oh, ye of little mind.
What's that?
Why, that would be the radio.
Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio?
Here's one of the few shock moments in Silent Hill. Not much of one either.
About as subtle as hollows, these
So let's
creatures,
just get
aren't
rid of
they?
this thing real quick. When you hear the squeak, you're done.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
It's the curse of Silent Hill! But seriously,
That
I
was
really
on the
have
radio,
no
actually a
idea
fairly
what's
nice
going
thing to
on
have
here.
around. It emits white noise to let us know there are enemies nearby.
It'll be going off a lot, trust me on this.
Where could Cheryl have gone? Well, we only really have one lead. So let's go check the alley again. They thoughtfully mark it on our map.
All at once, no drawing lines
So
or
now we know
anything.
where we need to go.
More convenience.
There are also items strewn about now, such as these boxes of ammo on the bench here. For now, though, I'm booking it for the alley. I'm not paying attention to the white noise, because I just want to get to the alley.
You sound like the exact opposite of Renji, but what do I know?
And thus I'm going to ignore air screamers, I'm going to ignore
I
groaners.
still think it's a bad idea
We
to
haven't
go
seen
down
them
an
yet, but
alley in
we'll
the
see
middle of a
enough.
survival
There's dog
horror
beaters,
game.
right
It
there.
almost never
They
turns
like to
out
lunge
well.
at you. As for this mess, Harry won't even examine it anymore. He's come to accept it as part of the town's charm.
Or maybe he's channeling me. I am technically dead after all.
Okay, more ammo. Go ahead and reload. We also find a clue.
I'd say she's a bad writer, but she's only 8 years old, so she has an excuse.
The school.
So, our first major objective is set. We need to get to Midwich Elementary.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this all of a sudden? And coming from me, that's pretty serious.
We also find the cover of the sketchbook, with a picture that a 5-year-old Cheryl drew supposedly of Harry.
Yeah, that's even worse. But
We
again,
get
she
this.
was young, she has an
The
excuse.
steel pipe. It's another melee weapon. It's
I'd
certainly
make
better
a
than
clue
the
reference
kitchen knife
here.
At any rate.
But I'm stumped. No, wait. Let's try this. Colonel Mustard in a library with a steel pipe.
Okay, so, once in attack stance, a quick press of the button can start a combo going.
And no worry about a combo breaker.
If you just
Still,
put the button
if that's
down, you
how
get this
Harry
overhead swing. It's
fights,
more powerful than
he'll
slow.
never make it as a Soul Reaper. or any sort of warrior, actually.
Yeah, getting the hang of combat on here can be a little tricky. It seemed like it was better in later games, thankfully. But call me old-fashioned. I like to give my enemies a good solid whack.
Can't complain about that.
Using guns
Though
usually.
personally, I prefer paralysis.
So will our first victim sign in, please?
And now we have one dead dog.
Always finish your fights. Camera's not in the mood to be cooperative at all.
This is going to be a common occurrence throughout the entire series.
Thank you, camera.
Wow,
Got you with an overhead swing.
I may have been wrong about
So
Harry.
you. But I know there's also an air scream in here. They're hard to take down with melee weapons. Case in point.
Something you should know about Roahmm.
Now, if you can
He
flip
and
them where they
birds
stop
don't get
flying
along.
around, then they're a
Just
lot
ask
easier
the
to deal with.
Pippies.
And stomp. Or kick, that works too.
Boot to the head.
Alright. Now that's the thing about Silent Hill, is you never know when there's an enemy right around the corner. Air screamers are very, very annoyingly common pests.
Yep, Roahmm hates
No
birds.
way! Silent Hill is not at all subtle about where you can and can't go. Yeah, world ends here.
And the world ends with you. Considering how Silent Hill's borders are so well defined, I won't be using that joke too often as it'll just get old.
Oh, hi. I'm still hitting the wrong buttons. Because this is a
Deadpool, on the other hand, never gets old. I think he may even be a bigger troll than me.
I'm so gonna need some health drinks after this mess. Assuming I survive it.
It's not looking good for him.
In fact, let's chug those down right now, shall we?
Expect Harry to develop a drinking problem. And not an alcoholic kind either.
Alright, that's one down. Alright. Now then. Now we can get back to looking around. More pages of the sketchbook.
The blood there doesn't
Doghouse
have a
is
good
basically
omen to
just
it.
where we were. The ones
Yeah.
down there are blank, and they don't really tell us anything or do anything for us. Gonna take a brief look around, though, to see if I can find any health drinks along the way.
He's going to
Or
need
maybe
them.
not. That would be static, and that would mean more monsters. While I'm at green health, I'd kind of like to find the safe spot. There's the doghouse. Now, there is an amusing line that you can get if you examine this doghouse before
Who in
this
the
fight.
heck leaves their
I'll have to
house
get it
key
after.
tied inside a doghouse
Nothing
anyway?
Okay, yeah, you don't get the line after, but it is amusing, especially considering when the line comes up sometimes. I'll have to show you it, definitely.
That is the most ironic picture ever.
Alright, thankfully no monsters in this house. A first aid kit's definitely nice to have. More ammo for emergency times when I need to use the gun.
which won't be often, by the way.
Yet more ammo. And a health drink. Rather nice find. We also have our first puzzle of sorts.
Not
This
much
door
of
has 3
one.
locks.
Little more than
We're
a
going to
fetch
need 3
quest.
keys. Fortunately, there's this map here showing us areas to search for the keys for the eclipse. We've copied it to our map.
And I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.